Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Felicity here. In this video, I would like to talk about the mindset for dating. You know, some people may have encountered a situation like at the very beginning of the dating period or at the very beginning of the relationship, everything goes fine, and suddenly they kind of like wake up and then they see different sides of the person that they are dating, or they discover that the person that they have been dating is completely different from the first few days that they got to know about the person. Or suddenly there seems to be no chemistry or no connection in the middle of a relationship or something like that. And I feel that it has a lot to do with the mindset for dating. You know, different type of people have different type of intentions for dating. Some just want to get laid, and some would like to get into a serious relationship, and some would like to get to know someone who have a similar interest and who can share some life experience with them, to walk on the path with them. And some would like to turn into a one-night thing into a long-term relationship. You know, some are very confident that, okay, I'm gonna get this person into a committed relationship. I'm sure that I can do that. And so different type of intentions. And then when you actually go into this dating mode and with bearing in mind with this intention, and what you get most likely is you will create something, will project everything into the person that you are dating. You know, actually the person that you are dating may not have the quality that you are looking for, but because the ego cannot take disappointment, you know, the ego cannot say, okay, at the end of the evening, and when the dates approach, when the day comes to the end, I have to get something. I have to get something out of this evening, because the ego doesn't like disappointment. You know, the ego says to you that, okay, you cannot walk out of this restaurant or walk out leaving this evening empty-handed. And so therefore, your mind, your ego is likely to hypnotize yourself and make you think that, okay, this person that you are dating is actually what you want, is actually what you need. But you know, your soul knows that, okay, this person does not possess the quality that you're looking for. But the ego, because the ego doesn't like disappointment, the ego says that, okay, you have to leave this evening with something at least, or you have to make this establish a connection, whether it's through time. You know, the ego may even talk to you into thinking that, okay, with time you will get to know this person. The more you get to know about this person, you will fall in love. But actually your soul knows that you do not have this kind of connection. You may not have the body, mind and spirit connection fully, but then the ego talks you into it. And that's why sometimes the relationship will break at a certain point of time. And that is because we have this kind of intention when we are going to dates. Just like you know, ladies, can you recall how many pieces of garments, how many pieces of clothing that you have in your closet that you do not need, maybe still have the label on it? Why? Because you go into the store to look at clothes? No, you go to the store to shop. And then when you're looking at others are queuing up to pay at the cashier, and you know that there others are holding on the garment to pay for the clothes. Just like that, you know that everyone seems to have a partner walking on the street together, you know. And so the ego tell you that, okay, it's time to find a partner. It's time to do this or do that. It's time to set your intention to achieve the goal. That's what dating means. The ego tells you that. Okay? And or maybe sometimes you buy a piece of garment just because it's on sale, right? Which gives us so many excuses to accept a person that does not really have the quality that we are looking for, or we accept a person that does not have a real connection with you. It's all because of the ego. The ego tells us not to be patient. The ego sometimes tricks us into thinking that the person that we are dating is actually the person that is suitable for us, but actually it's not. And so which type of mindset should you have, or which type of mindset can actually help you to find out, to decide whether the person is for you? Next time, maybe go into dates having the mindset that you just want to get to know people. You just want to spend time to talk to people and get to know the soul. What about this? How about this? Your date, your intention of going on a date is to know another soul, is to know another person, to know the real person. But first, you have to open up in order to get to know another soul. Your soul has to open up. You are not afraid to show your true nature, whether you have some potential flaws, and or if you show your imperfection. Everyone has some imperfections. Accept the imperfections and also accept your perfection. And try to show your perfection, the good side of you. And do not be afraid of hiding the less perfect side of you, because both sides of you are you, right? So accept it. But I'm not saying that you should be arrogant about yourself. You should try to boost, show off your good sides and then eliminate the bad side. There's no need to eliminate the less pleasant side of you. You just need to know that it's always there with you. Maybe you can tune it down. Maybe you can just diminish the less perfect side of you, but accept it. And when you really want to have a soulmate connection, or you really would like to get to connect with people, you have to open up on soul level. And also, yes, just to get to know their soul, or get them to talk about their interests, hobbies, and at the same time do the same. Talk the same topic, do the same, like talk about your hobbies, interests, and ask the other person to do the same. It doesn't matter whether the other person doesn't have the same opinion as you or doesn't have the same interests. Listen to them talk. Maybe sometimes you get to know about a new thing. You discover another side of life, another side of the person, another hobby. To know another hobby is to listen another person to talk about their hobby, and then you get to know what? You get to know their mind, and that's what you get to know. The mind is brilliant, and by talking to a lot of people, by connecting to different type of souls, you get to understand which type of person is suitable for you and which type of person is the one that you need in your life. And just like that, you go on to the shop and you try on different types of clothing, different type of garments. You look into the mirror. When you look into the mirror, it's the time that you know about your perfect side and the less perfect side. You accept yourself, and then you try on different type of garment, and you know which type of style you need. Sometimes people just follow trends, and sometimes there are some classic pieces of garment that you need in your closet. because they are never go out of date, right? So try to decide which type of person that you need. Is this person just a passerby? Is this a type of person? Is just a trend that cannot stay in your life for a long time? Maybe there's another person is like a classic piece of garment that you need in your closet, right? But remember, this is very personal. This person, a particular person suitable for another person, may not be suitable for you. And that's why we'll always have a unique self. We'll always have a unique person that can help you, that can walk with you on your path. And that is your mission, to find out about yourself first. And then try to connect to different type of souls. And finally, you will find out which soul is for you. And just like when you are a child, you don't worry about going to the park, getting know about a certain type of person, right? You don't worry about whether you establish a friendship or relationship. And that kind of mentality is very relaxing, it's very free, and it actually helps you to take off a lot of pressure when meeting people, right? When you don't have a particular intention, when your own intention is to know about the other person, is to know about the soul, right? And guess what? You will get more than you know at the end of the evening, after the date. What you get? You get about the mind of the person. You get about some intellectual things, maybe. If you get them to talk about their interests, hobbies, or the things that they like doing, or their profession, even though you don't need to know about certain type of profession in order to connect with them, because they let you know about the profession and you get to know about something, right? Just keep in the, try to get into that. Like a child, the child is always like curious. Keep that curiosity with you when go on a date. Curious about the soul, curious about the person, curious about knowing about certain type of lifestyle, hobbies, interests, or professions. At the end of the day, you get to know about the mind of the person, or hopefully you get to know the soul about the person, if they are willing to let you in, if they are really open up for you to get to know their soul. But first, before you get to know about the other person's soul, you have to let your soul out. To let your soul out is to take off the pressure, to forget about all those intention of settling down, getting this person from a playboy mode to a settling type. Forget about that. Just get to know the soul. And bring yourself back into childhood, just like a child. Go to the park to get to know another person without worrying about whether you'll meet this person again, whether this person will call you back again. Forget about that. And you not only go on a date without pressure, you go there to live without empty-handed, because you get the mind, you get to know about the person, you get to know about yourself, to know about what type of person that you actually need, to get to know whether you actually have a connection with the person. And that is a mindset. That may be a healthy mindset to go on a date. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this video can help you and give you some reference when you're going on a date. And see you in the next video. Bye!